Hello, fellow comic book lovers, collectors, and aficionados. Vin Crew here with a, well, it's a tag video. I'm not sure who started this video, but thank you for doing so. It's your top 50 comics. And before I get into that, just want to give everybody a heads up. This is a shameless plug. My second biennial Support a Comic Book Addict sale will be starting next week. I'll be posting about 1,000 books for sale. So if there's anybody interested in looking at what I might have for sale, be prepared. That'll be starting probably early next week. But let's get back to this. Top 50 books. Obviously this always changes and it's always tough. And I didn't do 50. I think I did closer to 55. And then I kind of fudged on a couple of them, as you'll see. Hard to not get sucked into some of the hype on some of these books, but I think I did. But anyway, let's get started here. These are in no particular order of importance to me. I kind of grouped them more by themes or categories, and this first chunk of them is modern first appearance of characters. Obviously got New Mutants 98, first Deadpool, NYX. People call it Nyx. I kind of think it would be nice, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, this would be first NYX 3, first appearance of X-23, Amazing Spider-Man 300, first appearance of Venom, and then the first appearance of Harley Quinn. This is one I kind of fudged on. You got Batman Adventures 12. You got that beautiful Alex Ross Harley Quinn. And then you got Almost Got 'Em. Now, this predates these two here, and it's not an advertisement. She's in here a ton. And so, so those are arguably the top, four most important characters of DC and Marvel that they've introduced as of late. I said arguably, so please don't mention other ones. And then moving into some independent stuff, you've got Goon, which is one of my more favorite independent characters. You got Bestsellers #1 and Dreamwalker 0, first prototype of Goon, and then the first appearance of Goon. I don't have Avatar Goon #1. I'm working on that one, hopefully one day. Moving on, you've got Spawn Black and White #1. You've got San Diego Comic-Con #2, second appearance of Hellboy. Yeah, I've said this before. Don't get me wrong. I would love to have a Dime Press 4, but it's just not that awfully important to me. I mean, it's one of those books. I do enjoy collecting previews and whatnot, but when you throw it on top of it being an Italian book, it kind of taints me a little bit. But like I said, don't get me wrong. I would love to have one. And if I had it, it would be in my top 50. So anyway, but like I said, second appearance of Hellboy. You've got Crow #1, and you've got Caliber Presents. This is a duo together. #1, first appearance and first ongoing thing of Crow. Comico Primer, #2, first appearance of Grendel, and then Grendel in their ongoing book, similar to the Crow. That's a twofer. Saga #1. This is arguably, and I kind of believe so, that this will be one of the more modern day books that you need to have in your collection. It's just a masterpiece on all levels without any TV or movie or anything like that to help it. We'll see what happens to it with this year hiatus, but we'll go. At this point, it's still in my collection. Love my recall books. I don't go heavy crazy on them, but I absolutely do love collecting them. This is Elseworlds 80-page giant. This is where it's recalled because Superboy is shown sucking on a teat of a cow, as well as being microwaved, and DC didn't really like that. They didn't think it would go over real well, so they recalled it after it was released in the UK. They never released it in the States here, and there is a 100-page corrected edition of this, so look for the 80-page. That's the error. This was extremely tough to find and extremely coveted for a long time, especially when I bought mine. Now they've come back down to earth, but still very, very coveted. League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, number 5. Love Alan Moore, but this book is in here because it's the recall. This is the Marvel Douche issue where they estimate 200 of them exist. This is there's an ad in the back, and there's several ads, a couple pages of them, old time ads, and one of them features Marvel Douche product, and obviously America's press didn't think that would go over very well with Marvel, so they ended up pulling it, and like I said, they think 200 of them exist. Some variants. This is Ultimate Fallout number 4, the 1 in 25 Djurjevic variant. This is first appearance of Miles Morales. Wolverine Origins number 10, the third Claw variant. I got that in a trade with Undisputed Frost. And I know there was a couple other ones I got in trades here. I just can't remember who I know Saga I got in a trade with somebody, and I know there's another one. I don't know, but anyway, if I don't mention you, please mention that I got your books in a trade, and I will for sure give you credit for it. But thank you so much, Joe, for this one. This one came in a trade also. Captain Marvel 17 second print variant. First cover appearance of Kamala Khan. This is Batman 655. The variant, the incentive variant, I believe, to the first appearance of Damian Wayne. This is one of those, part of those DC 75th anniversaries. I believe it's a Mark Brooks cover. Absolutely, no, it's not Mark Brooks. It's, oh my God, I can't remember who did this cover. But anyways, absolutely just a stunner. I'm sure I'll be told 1,000 times who did this in the comments. Please do, but just this absolutely stunning Apocalypse cover to Adventure Comics 515. This is, you can't have a top 50, at least as far as I'm concerned, without 1 or 2 or 3 Adam Hughes in here. This is the Legion of Superheroes 23, the 1 in 10 Adam Hughes Supergirl variant. This book will always be one of the iconic variants as far as I'm concerned. And this was the best 90 cents I ever spent on a book. Stuff of Legend. This is the Boogeyman variant to volume 2, limited to, I believe this is limited to 150. Absolutely love the artwork on this book, and just a nod to Hero Hunter 81, who I think needs to make another video. I don't care if it's video games or comics. Just say, hey, Clint. This one here is another variant that is, I cannot believe, when you factor in that this is a variant, it's a con variant, and it's a non-superhero variant, and how crazy this book goes for in prices and how hard it is to find. It's unreal. But this is DuckTales number 1, the 8-bit variant to San Diego Comic-Con. Very happy to have that. Now we move into covers that are just iconic covers, and these first two are what I would call the modern day iconic covers that go to. These are non-variant covers. I've put several what do you call those, where you vote for them, several oh my God, my mind is just shot today. But anyways, on G Plus sites, and these were the two that always took 1 and 2. Catwoman 51, another Adam Hughes variant, and then the Jock cover to Detective 880. Then this book here, Rifleman number 10, the infamous Double Entendre wood issue. You gotta, oh man, I love this cover. Absolutely love this cover. And when you talk about classic, iconic covers, this one is one of those, bar none. This is Silver Surfer number 4. All right, here are some of my top DC books. People who know me know that I'm a huge Legion of Superheroes fan, and I just love them. I would hope to one day have their first appearance, but that's just kind of a pipe dream right now. But this is Action Comics 276, and Adventure Comics, is it 267 or 76? 267. This is the second appearance of the Legion of Superheroes, and this is the first appearance of just tons and tons of Legion of Superhero members. Brainiac 5, Bouncing Boys, Triplicate Boy, or Triplicate Girl, excuse me, Shrinking Violet, on and on, Sunboy, all make their first appearance in this book here. And it's the second time that the Supergirl meets with the Legion of Superheroes, and it's just an early appearance of Supergirl on top of that. So, all right. Hawkman number 4, first appearance is Zatanna. House of Secrets 92, first appearance of Swamp Thing. I also was going to throw in Savage Sword of Conan number 5, but yeah, I don't know. First appearance of Man-Thing, which predates this. Hold on a second. Screw it. Here is Savage Tales. I'm going to double do this one. Savage Tales number 5, or number 1, excuse me. First appearance of Man-Thing. So you got Man-Thing and you got Swamp Thing, all right? Okay, Brave and the Bold 54, arguably first appearance of the Teen Titans. Another team I absolutely love. Green Lantern number 7, the first appearance of Sinestro. There are few villains that I really back as a good investment book to have, and Sinestro was one of those. Then with Green Lantern, you obviously have to have 76. There's enough said about that. Trying to go through these rather quickly here to not make it so darn long. Justice League of America number 2. This is my second favorite DC team. Legion of Superheroes is number 1. These are number 2, and then Teen Titans is 3. And this is the earliest Justice League book that I have. One day would love to have a Brave and the Bold 28, 29, or 30, or Justice League 1, but we'll see what happens. Happy with this for now. Batman 181, first appearance of Poison Ivy. Make sure the pinup is in this. Detective Comics 359, first appearance of Batgirl, Barbara Gordon. Detective Comics 298, first appearance of the Silver Age Clayface. Just love that cover too for some reason. Moving into some Marvel books now. Here is Giant Size X-Men number 1, and I paired that up with X-Men number 94. So I think we all know what that is. Another one of my all-time favorite teams, probably my number 1 favorite team in Marvel, is the Defenders. So I cannot go without showing at least one Defenders book, and this is Marvel Feature number 1, first appearance of the Defenders. Okay, moving into Marvel now. You can't have a Marvel collection without Hulk 180 and 181. First cameo and first full appearance of Wolverine. Amazing Spider-Man 15. This is my favorite villain of Spider-Man of all time. It even overtakes, and this is also second appearance of Chameleon, but it's also more of a favorite to me than this book right here. It's Amazing Spider-Man 14, first Green Goblin. 129, first appearance of the Punisher. Iron Man 55. This is the first appearance of Thanos, Drax the Destroyer, the Blood Brothers, Eros, who is Star Fox, and many other ones. Tomb of Dracula number 10, first appearance of Blade. Werewolf by Night 32, first appearance of Moon Knight. Marvel Spotlight 5, first appearance of Ghost Rider. Fantastic Four number 48 and 49. You got to have those together. First appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer. First cover appearance of Galactus and Silver Surfer. Fantastic Four 25. Second battle, I believe, of Hulk and the Thing. I would love to get a 12 one day, but that's kind of a pipe dream at this point. But love to have this one. Journey into Mystery 84, second appearance of Thor, and first appearance of oh my gosh, his girlfriend. What the heck is her name again? Jane Foster. Oh my God, my brain is just gone today. I could have shown any number of Uncanny X-Men books because I own everything from 2 on. So I thought I would show the earliest book I have, which is number 2, as I just mentioned. And it's a second appearance of the Uncanny X-Men, and it's the first appearance of the Vanisher. So just happy to have that. And Daredevil #1, first appearance of Daredevil, Foggy Nelson, Karen Page, blah, blah, blah. All right, so rounding this out with some magazines, a slab, and a treasury. So if anybody knows me, they know I love me some treasuries. All right, this is a twofer again. Captain Britain #1. I threw this in because it's stupidly hot right now, and the mask I do have is in here. It is there. But this is the book I really would have shown. This one I covet more than #1, which is the first appearance of Captain Britain. This is the first appearance of Betsy Braddock, who AKA the Psylocke. All right. Next one is Vampirilla #1 out of Warren magazines from the 60s. Absolutely happy to have that book in my collection. This book here, you may not be familiar with this book, but this is Spyro. I don't speak French all that well. 1071. This came out in 56, I believe. It's the first appearance of the Smurfs. And so very, very happy to have this book. If you don't believe me on how hard it is to find this book, just look it up on eBay and you'll see just how few there are and how coveted they are. All right, moving along. This is another book you may not be familiar with or all that familiar with, but if you watch any of those documentaries on the comics, DC Comics history, and there's like 3 or 4 of them out there, this book will always be in those shows. And what this is Miss Magazine #1. This came out back in, I believe it was the late 60s, early 70s. They decided for some stupid reason to depower Wonder Woman, make her just a normal person. I think she knew karate or something, and she was like owned a flower shop and was into fashion and stuff. And the people, the girls that grew up idolizing Wonder Woman absolutely hated it. In fact, most people hated this change. And Gloria Steinem, who started Miss Magazine, wrote to the powers to be at DC and explained to them what she wanted to do. And in essence, she wanted to make Wonder Woman for president. But what the main gist of it was to try to see what the response would be to get Wonder Woman back to the iconic status that she was, the powerful woman that she was, and that sort of thing. Hugely successful campaign. So because of this, largely in part of because of this, they brought back the original powerful Wonder Woman that we all know today and part of the Trinity. All right. Then this book here, it may not be the most expensive, but to me, I think this has to be in anybody's collection. This is Warrior #1, early Alan Moore stuff. First appearance of V for Vendetta, Miracle Man, that sort of a thing. And when you think of Alan Moore, you think of Watchmen, you think of Killing Joke, you think of League of Extraordinary Gentlemen, what do you get, The Man Who Has Everything, that sort of a thing too, but Miracle Man. But Warrior is the book that I think of when I think of Alan Moore. You even did work on Captain Britain. This man has been influential in so many levels of comics. To me, this is just a book that I will never, ever get rid of. All right, and then the slab I wanted to show was Superboy '86, first appearance of Bizarro, the original Bizarro, and then the treasury that I chose out of the 100+ treasuries I own. This is uncontestably the most coveted of all the treasuries. The Superman versus Muhammad Ali, the Neil Adams cover, and just one of those books that if anybody sees it, they know it right away and would love to have it in their collection. But yeah, so this is basically what I wanted to show. Been enjoying everybody else's collections and love to see some more. So yeah, thank you for the tag, for all those. I mean, there was so many people that tagged me. I just felt obligated to do this. Look for my support a comic book addict sale. I hope you guys can watch that. And anybody who has not done one of these 50 top 50, please go ahead and do it. There's always books that I see in there that I go, oh my gosh, I forgot about that, or I would love to have that in my collection. I'm just rambling right now, so Vin Cruz signing off.